Today we're going to run through 10 things that happened in the last week in crypto. My name is Vosk. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel where we keep it. I don't know. I was going to try to come up with something and nothing really came. I came with crazy crypto. Whatever. No fluff, just stuff. Let's get into the video. Regardless of your political parties and all that stuff, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. wants Bitcoin-backed US dollars and tax breaks for investors. Step aside, DeSantis. You got a fellow crypto native vying for all of us cryptocurrency nerds' votes. DeSantis said that he was going to abolish the IRS. That gets me pretty excited. You see a headline like this, right? And a quote, Bitcoin is among the hardest cryptocurrencies, currencies, and the Kennedy administration is going to encourage its proliferation and propagation. That's pretty cool, okay? Because Biden doesn't even know where he is, and Trump didn't like cryptocurrency. So, intriguing. Senior House Republican Representatives French Hill and Dusty Johnson, that's a funny name, want the Securities and Exchange Commission to provide productive engagement on legislative efforts to create new digital asset-specific rules in the U.S. Legislation would do far more to prevent future collapses of digital asset firms than enforcement actions. Yep, absolutely. So that's what I like to hear, and this is also shots being taken at Gary Gensler. Gensler, who caresler, is just one of the biggest thorns in the side of cryptocurrency, especially for United States citizens. I talked about Ron Desantis earlier. Don't count him out, okay? He says he's going to ban CBDCs if he's elected president. Well, that's cool. On the other side, we could just have like a fair CBDC, which would basically be like a cryptocurrency where they wouldn't have the control and power to do pretty much everything they ever wanted, but we will never see a CBDC like that because they want to rule over you right under their thumb. Nasdaq halts the plan for crypto custody service due to U.S. regulatory conditions. The stock market operator said in March it was putting together infrastructure and regulatory approval for the custodian service. Well, unfortunately, that has not happened. And it's not that I particularly want NASDAQ to do this and have that, whatever, but the fact is, more things, more options, more everything is good for a consumer. It's good for, just general pumpium, right? The bullish impact. More good things generally fuel cryptocurrency bull market, which is what I long for. We've talked a lot about the Linea blockchain. Basically, its consensus as baby, which is one of the biggest cryptocurrency developing companies ever, if not simply the biggest. They've launched their mainnet, okay, an Ethereum equivalent zkEVM, right? Zero knowledge Ethereum virtual machine. This is a semi-technical, relatively technical subject. We've got a lot of deep dives into this, chasing the airdrop eligibility and things like that. This is really more of just a note, a heads up, a reminder, okay, that Linea is here and you can bridge onto the mainnet. For example, here's Linea mainnet. Oh, it's crazy. They put it number 2. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because the parent company made MetaMask, the wallet that most people use for cryptocurrency things. Here, actually, I want to be on the mainnet. And I'm on the mainnet now. So 0.1 Ethereum. All right, I can go ahead and bridge these funds. Automatic claiming, gonna cost me $7. Why am I doing this when I've already sent over 0.1 ETH? It's really simple. I want more interactions with this blockchain on more unique days. I know that was a really quick overview. Check out the detailed guides to learn more about all that stuff. I am a Bitcoin miner, but apparently the miners are selling off, hedging themselves at this $30,000 per Bitcoin price point. Let's talk about that, because these headlines are, well, this news, making headlines. Some miners are selling their Bitcoin as the mining profit margin increased recently. Natural market corrections, expiration of derivatives contracts around the 29K range towards the end of the month may have contributed to the dip. Crypto quant data showed Bitcoin miner reserves have dropped by around 5,000 coins since the beginning of June, indicating a transfer to exchanges. They believe this activity includes potential de-risking or hedging strategy adopted by miners. It's an interesting take. We've talked a lot about stocks related to Bitcoin mining recently. For example, here's TeraWolf. How are they looking today? They're up 10%. How about the last week? 15%. How about the last month? Just a cool 149%. Bitcoin mining stocks have proven to be some of the most lucrative stocks, especially anything related to crypto historically. As long as you didn't go with one of the mining farms that went bankrupt because they were spending more money on jets than Facebook. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Core Scientific. What a cool experience it was touring your mining farms, only to find out I didn't even get the private jet treatment like everybody else. It's the way it goes, huh? That was before they went public. It's almost like they got a little greedy after that. Disclosure, I have some TeraWolf stock. Just want you to know that. I also have Cypher Mining, which is basically the same scenario. It's a Bitcoin mining stock. And they've been performing very well over the last year. This is a common rebuttal to Bitcoin mining. Bitcoin mining sucks. It's destroying the world. Oh, you're so ignorant if you say that. Bitcoin mining is becoming more sustainable thanks to hydro cooling farms and associated petroleum gas, undermining environmental criticism. So the stats that are out there and generally accepted is basically that more than 50% of Bitcoin mining farms are using renewable energy, and that metric is actually significantly higher than 50% reportedly. Okay, a single BTC transaction has a carbon footprint of nearly 800,020 Visa transaction. Reportedly, right? Tesla said they're not going to accept Bitcoin in May of 2021, contributing to the top of the Bitcoin bull run in the last cycle due to their high electricity usage, not being green energy, and so forth. Even my iPhone is trying to charge my phone in like the middle of the night only when it says they can get green, clean energy. I'm like, dude, settle down. All right, you're my phone and you need to start charging the second I plug you in. This is ridiculous. I can say that because I'm working towards deploying my own solar panels and making my own electricity. So I don't want to hear it from anyone. I'm going to make my own green electricity. Largely just because I don't want to rely on anyone. Hey, I don't know. I could rant about that stuff all day, but to keep it on topic, U.S. securities regulator disappointed with the defeat over Ripple XRP. So I just want to touch on this real quick. If you haven't heard, basically Ripple XRP largely won their case against the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. Suck it, Gary. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube these days, but yeah, screw you, Gary. I don't know if I can say that one either. Well, see you later, Gary. Oh, hopefully soon. But the point here, bing. All right, this is an L for the overreach of governments and their regulation and enforcement. And this is a big fat dub. It's a win for cryptocurrency as a whole. All right, but it wasn't that Ripple got out unscathed, right? Basically, the way that they sold some of their funds did basically fall under the securities rule or breach of that. A lot of it didn't. Overall, XRP has been ruled not a security, which is absolutely massive. But Ripple Labs, the parent company, will be facing some fines. And when I say some fines, they're always in quite literally, crazily, sadly, the millions of dollars. Manta Network developer P0x Labs raises $25 million, and they have launched yet another blockchain that we will have to learn about. Layer 2 for ZK apps. It's another ZK Layer 2 chain. Linea, ZK Sync Era, Starknet, among many others. Their modular blockchain for ZK applications, EVM native, ZK dApps have arrived. Low fees, high scalability, developer friendly. You heard all that stuff before. They do have some outreach, collaboration, buddy system or something going on with Linea. They had their ZK Pioneer NFT collaboration on their chain during Linea's Galaxy campaign. I don't know if this is, a professional relationship or they were just trying to soak up some of the huge energy and attention that Linea was garnering, especially during that time. One reason many people have not used Manta yet is because when you go over here, you realize that they force you to use their Manta wallet instead of, say, MetaMask. If you subscribe to the channel, I'll do a video guide on that in the future. But that brings me to my next point and segue. Someone we talked about recently, which is IslamicCoin, raised a whopping $200 million. They've actually raised even more than that, and they are the sponsor of today's video. Religion's pretty popular, so what if there was a religious cryptocurrency? Look, I'm not here to push any kind of agenda on you, but IslamicCoin did sponsor today's video. And apparently even UAE royals are on board with the project. And astonishingly, they've secured $400 million in funding, reportedly. They're launching the 1st of September, and they even have their own wallet where you can get the ISLM coin before the launch date. Learn more about them with the link out in the video description below. And of course, this is not only not financial advice, but it's also not religion advice. zkEVM fever continues as Pancakeswap has not only expanded onto Polygon's zkEVM blockchain, which, by the way, if you don't know this and you missed our video on Polygon zkEVM, Polygon is planning to basically decommission their original Polygon Matic blockchain, or really they want to simply merge it into their Polygon zkEVM. So while zkEVM is technically right now pretty much a layer 2 on top of Polygon's chain, it will just simply become Polygon's chain. And they basically straight up said they're going to have a cryptocurrency airdrop associated with that as well. And I really enjoy the theme of this island hopper. It's obviously a rip, in my opinion, to Animal Crossing, and it kind of meshes with that styling that they have. Mining news, it's never dull, right? Because Bitmain has just been on a absolute tear, releasing so many miners, so many models, and don't take this as me shilling the Bitmain brand. Actually, Bitmain is they're overall a terrible company. They owe me a miner, they owe me a hash board, and I can't stand them. And their marketing is just incredibly annoying, and their miner names absolutely suck ass. And I've offered them for like half a decade. Dude, you can hire me and pay me $1 a year, and I will name all your miners for you, because I just want to do some freaking public service around here, because nobody wants an S19J XP Pro Hide Dro K7 W Junior HK3WW.com. It's a terrible name, okay? The CKB miner K7 has now arrived in recent stock for the lowly price of $2,900. To put this into perspective, this thing was selling for almost 3 times the price earlier this year. That is crazy in comparison. This is the 58 terahash a second model, which is the not as good, worst version. There was a 63.5 terahash a second version that came out originally, and that's what we have pulled up here on this miner profit calculator. And it's projected to mine $12.50 per day. If you're paying 10 cents per kilowatt hour for your electricity rate, you're going to be paying $7.39 in electricity, which means that these miners will put somewhere around $5 in your pocket after a 10-cent good residential electricity rate bill, which equates to $1,850 a year, which means that you would break even on this device at that current price point in about a year and a half. This isn't a perfect example, right? But let's look at this. I've got real world mining data. I've got 3 of these running. One hash board is all jacked up. More or less, we can say this is probably somewhere around 358 terahash second miners in performance. So if we take this number of total earnings here, go over to good old CoinGecko, punch in Nervos Network CKB, and I go USD. That was a mistake, because right now the CKB I'm mining is being converted to Bitcoin. So I'm mining $30 a day, so that's about, straight up $10 a miner. After my electricity bill, I mean, God, I'm really only pooling $10. Right, to put this into perspective, there's not all that much money on the table to be had when it comes to CKB mining. There's only $33,000 of new coins mined per day right now, since Nervos is only commanding a $115 million market cap, which is a good bit lower than its all-time high, which it's only down, 94% from. So is Bitmain only producing a couple of these? Are they just going to dump a bunch of miners and crush the mining profitability on this? Do they know something we don't know? Is CKB on the verge of pumping? Also, according to CoinGecko, the market cap's under $100 million. But hey, another token news, the cryptocurrency subreddit, which they've been mean to me sometimes over the years, but we're not going to talk too much about that. They have their own token. They were part of the pilot program. There's moons. All right, there are these moon tokens, and I remember sending a bunch of my moon tokens on a test net, and I don't even have most of the moons I've even earned, I don't think. But sucks for me, loser me, because they've gone on chain, like an actual chain, not a test net. Forget Rinky-B, right? They are on the Arbitrum Nova blockchain. There's over 200,000 addresses holding these tokens reportedly, over 600,000 transfers. Rumors of Kraken listing their token. Rumors of the Reddit IPO. Yes, Reddit could become a stock. They could have their own cryptocurrencies. Well, technically they already do. What's going on here? Where do we kind of go from this? Well, it's already ranked 402 out of all cryptocurrencies by market cap, putting it at a $50 million market cap. It's up 6% in the last 24 hours, trading at 46 cents a coin. So even for my lowly 1,000 coins, I mean, that's basically a $460 airdrop for me. If I had all my other coins, it'd probably be closer to $2,000, and that's at the current price point. Is this way overvalued right now? I'm not quite sure, but Crypto.com listed the Moon token, and it looks like it's not pulling up on here. So that's intriguing, but it is trading on SushiSwap on the Arbitrum blockchain. So this is pretty crazy. This is pretty intriguing, and this is a bigger deal than people realize, because Reddit kind of leads the way with a lot of cryptocurrencies for their tokens, right? Because they also have tokens deployed on the Fortnite subreddit. They also are crushing it with NFTs, which they call their digital collectible avatars. So hey, just don't forget that the bull run was partially born out of the Wall Street Bets subreddit I should say the previous bull run, and maybe they're gonna dump some serious fuel on the fire this run as well. I'd say that is what it's shaping up to be. Looking at the new tokens on CoinGecko in the last couple days, one token really stands out, and that's going to be the Bridge bot or the Bridge token. This is a cryptocurrency token, right? Up 100% in the last 24 hours. Like, this is an endorsement. This is all new stuff, all that, right? It's looking like it's an Ethereum token, but what's really interesting is this is just a bot. This is a token related to a bot. It's supposed to be a platform to bridge your funds, period, right? And there's been some talk. The creator of CoinGecko was talking on Twitter about, are bot tokens going to be the next thing? Well, time will tell. But you better get that ass over to VoskCoin Talk and hang out on the best cryptocurrency forum in the world. Well, if you like cryptocurrency forums. I'm old school. I love forums. I really enjoy this. But if forums aren't for you, I hope that this YouTube channel is, because you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, home of our CNO. I'm your Chief News Officer, Tales of Vosk. Hope you subscribe, stick around, hit the thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and all that YouTuber stuff to say. On a serious note, thanks for watching, and hope you watch the next video as well. And let me know down in the comments what you think we should have included in this video that we did not. Maybe I can get that in the next one.